What is the best Fallout game that isn't a Fallout game?
Dang nabbit! I think the water supply is infected with radiation. I got psoriasis on my eyeballs. There's ganglioids on my chin. I got rickets in my kneecaps. Nope, it's no good. I can't go on.
Oh, bloody hell. Oh, Christ. I'm a bloody super mutant, ain't I? Bloody hell. Well, I guess I better have some of this Radaway, which is definitely not rum and coke. Oh, here we go. Hello, and welcome to Dogmeat Gaming. Back again with a bit of a special for you this time, because I'm going to jump on the Fallout bandwagon, because everyone else is, to be honest with you. So I've always been a fan of the Fallout series. I must say though, I've been a bit let down recently, because obviously we'll go through the games. We've got Fallout, Fallout 2 and Fallout Tactics. Fallout Tactics is a bit weak, if I'm honest with you, not really my cup of tea. The original Fallout is a good game, but quite tricky. Fallout 2 is probably the best game out the series. I will put a caveat on that, and I'll tell you why. Because next up you've got Fallout 3. Fallout 3, fantastic return to form. Loads of people had forgotten about the series. Then this came out, made it all 3D, brought it up to a new group of people that had never played the game before. Great effort. Here is what I would consider to be the best game in the Fallout franchise. But again, with a caveat, we've got Fallout New Vegas. And the reason for me saying that it is the best game, but it isn't, is technically it's not a Fallout game, technically, because all the rest of them, you start off as a vault dweller. Actually, I think Fallout 2, I think you start off as a... Yeah, scratch what I've just said. This is the best one. I don't write scripts, I don't research anything. I think in Fallout 2, I think you start... It's been a while since I played it. I'm sure you start off as some sort of like feral kid who's... I think you're hanging around a vault, but you're not actually a vault dweller. Anyway, in this, you're not a vault dweller. It's not made by the same team as well. It's made by Obsidian, that did sort of make Fallout 1 and Fallout 2, even though Bethesda get the credit for it. New Vegas, for me, is the best game. And then, Fallout 4 happened. And I was really excited. I pre-ordered it. I got like a soundtrack, I got an art book, all that sort of business with it. Let me down massively. It's a Fallout game, because it's Fallout 4, and it's made by Bethesda, but it's not a Fallout game. It's not a bad game, by any means. It's just, to me, it's not a Fallout game. I didn't like the choices, the dialogue choices when you're speaking to people. Didn't work very well. So me, it was a massive letdown. I never even finished it. I think I didn't get very far in it at all, actually. I think I only played it for about 3 or 4 hours and just turned it off, because I thought it was not bad, but not good. Not a Fallout game. Then, of course, they did Fallout 76, which is... And sadly, I haven't got Brotherhood of Steel. Like, I have played it, and it is probably the finest game in the series, sort of. No, it's a terrible game. Don't get Brotherhood of Steel. I had it on the PlayStation 2. It was really bad, which is why I got rid of it. But that brings me to today's point. What is the best Fallout game that isn't a Fallout game? So I am going to throw a bit of a curveball here. Technically, Fallout stole all of their ideas from this series. I am, of course, talking about Wasteland. This is Wasteland 3. I've not played it yet. I've played Wasteland 2. That was fantastic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a new series where I play an hour of a game, 1 hour. Because to me, you should be able to make that game enthralling and make people want to play it within 1 hour of gameplay. I will put up a series of other rules that I'm going to go by while I'm reviewing games. But the first one, the debut one I'm ever going to do, and completely cashing in on the Fallout craze, is Wasteland 3, which, from what I've been told, is a fantastic game. So I don't know much about the original Wasteland. It did come out pre-Fallout. I have watched a YouTube documentary on it, which I will ping up here, and I will also pop a link to it in the comments. God, this isn't a bloody essay. I'll put a link to it in the comments, so hopefully if anybody does want to have a look at it, they can go off and search and stuff. It's an absolutely fantastic find. Like literally I thought, oh God, this is going to take some researching, and I just watched that one video and it's got everything you'll ever need to know about it. So I'm going to play Wasteland 3 for an hour, and we'll see if it is the best Fallout game that isn't a Fallout game.
It's been a rough few years for the Desert Rangers.
Well, buckle my bunghole and call me Susan. Yeah, let's stop that character. No, it was good. It was good. Was it better than the Fallout series? No, no, it wasn't. It's not a patch on New Vegas, if I'm honest with you. It's still decent. It's better than Fallout 4, I will say that. But again, if you've come here looking for a game better than Fallout 4 with the same mechanics, you're going to be sadly mistaken. It's nothing like even Fallout 3 or Fallout New Vegas. It is more akin to Fallout 1 and Fallout 2. So if you're a fan of those and you think that Fallout 3 did you dirty, and New Vegas might have pulled it back a little bit for you, but you still wanted that old school gameplay, the Wasteland series is for you. Also, if you're an XCOM fan, so if you're a fan of the strategic sort of positioning people in the right places to get a battle to go your way, this is also a game for you. Genuinely, I really enjoyed that side of it. So I thought it was a good game. Didn't think it stood up to the best of the Fallout series. But then again, what does? I suppose unless you get guns in Skyrim, I suppose that's similar to it, isn't it? Yeah. So with that being said, here's where I go on to the review part. So start off with the most important thing, the gameplay. So as I mentioned before, the gameplay is more akin to XCOM than it is to say Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, Fallout 4. It's very much you hunker down behind bases, trying to get yourself covered. You have AP points, so that means everything that you do takes up a certain chunk of those, from whether it's moving, firing, or using a special attack. It is a sort of RPG in ways, but again, I would call it more of a strategy game than an RPG. But enjoyable experience. I would give it, for gameplay wise, I'd give it an 8 out of 10. Yeah, for what it was, brilliant game. Graphics. Sadly, I'm not going to give this a very good score. It's not a terrible game, if you know what I mean. Looking at it, you'll find worse looking games on the PS4 and Xbox One, but you'll find a hell of a lot better looking games. I don't know whether it's because the game's so expansive. Again, bear in mind, I've only played it for an hour. I don't know whether because it's such a big game, they have to whittle it down a little. Then again, that doesn't make sense, does it? There's massive games out on the PS4 and the Xbox One, and yeah, they are a lot better graphically. It does the job though. It does. Again, after an hour, I hadn't even noticed that the graphics weren't up to par. But with that being said, I will be giving it a 6 out of 10. So, audio. So, audio, as many people know, is a big part of gameplay. In this, I found it severely lacking. Again, this is just me being snobby. It's just there are better PS4 and Xbox One alternatives out there when it comes to gameplay. Even the original XCOM, I thought the original XCOM and XCOM 2 far outweighed this in terms of what it gives to you as a player, whether you're wearing headphones or whether you're just listening to it on your television. Again, probably a 6 out of 10 for me, but hey, you know, horses for courses. And finally, the main thing that I want to do in this 1 hour review is, will I come back to this game? So how likely out of 10 is it that I'm going to want to come back and play it? 10 out of 10. I know I've said that the graphics weren't great and the audio wasn't great and the gameplay was good, it wasn't phenomenal, wasn't bad, you know, but it was an 8 out of 10. It's my cup of tea, it's everything I want out of a game. I'll be honest with you, the Fallout franchise lost me, as I say, at Fallout 4. Fallout New Vegas, I don't think you're ever going to top, and that comes with games that have come since from the likes of Bethesda and Obsidian. You know, they've released a few games trying to crack that market again, and it's not really worked. I adore XCOM, I adore XCOM 2, and now I adore the Wasteland series. So yeah, Wasteland 3 is definitely a game I'm going to be coming back to. 10 out of 10. If we put those scores together, that gives us a grand score of 30 out of 40. So, you know, 3/4 of the way there, that's good. And I don't think you're ever going to get a perfect game. Again, each game is different. You might adore everything you've seen. It might be graphically perfect for you. The sound might be right up your alley. So just give it a chance, you know, check it out. It's only cost me like, what, a couple of quid? I think you can pick it up for between £3 to £5. So if it suits you, if it's your sort of game, what's a fiver? To me, I thought it was pretty good, and yeah, definitely coming back to it. If you've enjoyed what you've seen, if you've got any suggestions, if you want to see more games, if you want to suggest a game that I should play, preferably one that I've already got in my collection, so please do hunt through some of my old videos. Yeah, just put it all in the comments. I do take in all your suggestions. I do try and do as much as I can to make you all happy. Sadly, you can't please everybody, so I'll do what I can to make the majority happy. Hope you've enjoyed what you've seen. Please do come back again. Plenty more game pickups for you, plenty more grumping at CEX, and hopefully some more reviews coming up. Anyway, this has been Donald Macro Gaming. See you again soon.